Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything I'm getting for my kids for Christmas this year. They are ages 10 and 8. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Oh, welcome. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. I love Christmas. It is the most wonderful time of the year. So if you like this content, be sure to hit subscribe. Now, in my previous video, I did show you all what I got in my kids' stockings and in their Christmas Eve box. So if you want to see that video, I will link it down below. And inevitably, when I post this, if people don't realize that there's that other video, I get a lot of people being like, where's the candy? Where's the sweets? That's not fair. All of the candy and sweets are in the stockings and Christmas Eve box. Don't worry. I'm a cool mom. I got tons of sugar for the kids. Don't worry. I also want to preface this by saying that everybody's Christmas looks different with different traditions and different things that they value and find important. So I in no way expect that my Christmas looks like anyone else's Christmas. And if you think that this is totally overboard and way more than you would buy, that's fine. If you think that this is like not enough and like my poor children aren't getting anything good, that's fine too. Just do what you want for Christmas and don't judge other people's Christmases. This is just for fun, in case you're curious as to what a pretty frugal mom like myself does for Christmas, or if you just need some ideas, hopefully I can give you some inspiration. I will link everything that I can. A lot of the stuff will be a little hard to link, but just run with the ideas, if that makes sense. All right, let's get into it. So, the first thing we're going to discuss is a little thing called BFDI, or Battle for Dream Island, which is the thing for my kids. It's a YouTube channel, you guys, but it's a great animated series that's really old. Like, it's been on YouTube forever, and my kids love it. Like, love it. And they both requested a plushie, a BFDI plushie, and I went on the website, and guys, they are pricey. I can't believe I paid $30 for this stuffed tennis ball, but I did because my son really wanted it. So this is one of those characters from my BFDI, the tennis ball. So that's going to one of my sons, and my other wanted the pen. And when I say it's a pen, I mean it. It's a pen. Honestly, these are so funny and cute, and they are going to be so excited to get these like official branded merch situations. They're going to be very excited. But still so expensive. I know it's a small business and all that, and like, it's fine, but I think this one was like $28. You will notice that they get mostly the same things. I find that my kids ask for the same stuff. When I get them different things, they're mad about it and jealous of each other. They're kind of close enough in age that they just want the same stuff. So keeping with the BFDI theme, and this I think is a good idea no matter what your kids are sort of into. So if you're shopping for littles who are into Marvel or, I don't know, Paw Patrol or whatever the thing is, you know, if it's a YouTube channel, if it's a TV show, if it's a character, you can really just go all in on that. And I really have gone all in on the BFDI because the next thing I got were BFDI socks. I thought these were so funny, especially because like in any other circumstances, my kids would not be excited at all about receiving socks for Christmas. But these socks, oh, these are gonna be a hit. These are gonna be a big deal. They're gonna put them on immediately. I always, please excuse my Boston Terrier who is snoring like her life depends on it. I will post a Christmas vlog like a few days after Christmas. It's nothing ever really intense. It's just some like shots of us opening things and whatever, just because we love looking back on those every year. And I guarantee you, these are gonna go right on their feet, like immediately. They're gonna be excited about the socks. Maybe that's the key to getting kids excited about clothes. Just put characters that they love on them. And in that same vein, we also got them each BFDI hats, okay? We went all in on this, and I'm not gonna lie. I did go to Temu for these things, okay? They did not have all of these branded things on the BFDI website. I did my best. I supported the channel as much as I could afford, okay? But these things are from China. And then we also got blankets, the BFDI blankets, and that will ease into the next sort of theme, the overall theme. I got 2 blankets, one for each boy. I only opened the one, but it's really soft. It's really cute. It's got all of the characters on it. My kids are suckers for a throw, I'm not gonna lie. And they'll just be really really pleased with this. And it goes with the next idea, which is reading. I know, every kid's favorite Christmas theme, reading. But what I thought is, we're in Michigan, it's very cold here. Both my children really do enjoy reading, especially my little guy. And it also gets dark at like 5 o'clock every night. So I thought it'd be cool to make them each just like a little comfy reading area. So they'll have their blankets. And I also got this 2-pack of book lights. I got the 2-pack on Amazon. It was like 10 bucks. It was not expensive for 2. So each of them will get these little book lights. So that will be a thing. And it's to go with these like big reading pillows. You know, they're the type that like help you sit up. And I thought this would just be so cute. I picked these up at Costco. They were like $16. They were not that expensive. And this way they can get all snuggly to read some books. I did get 2 of these. I'm not gonna grab the other one. They're very large. You know, my kids are just really into vibes, you know, light a candle, get all snuggled up. It's like this really fun, like furry, soft, you know, pattern. They'll have their blanket, they'll have their book lights, they can get themselves all set up in their beds, which leads me to the next thing. Books. We got books for the kids. And I will say, I got all of my books this year, not all of them. The ones in the Christmas Eve box I got at the store, but the books I'm gonna show you now are actually from a website called thriftbooks.com. Not sponsored, but if you're out there and you're watching thriftbooks.com, you know I'm like your #1 customer, you should sponsor me. It would be a dream collab because I do love thriftbooks.com. So it's a great website and all of these books are technically then thrifted. They got a little like thrift books label, but you can choose if you want one that's like new, acceptable, good, you know, that you can choose like, you know, which one you want. And honestly, I have selected like new or excellent, and you could not pick any of these books and know that they were not from the store. Like you can't tell if it's been read one time or not. If it's not ripped, if it's not stained, you can't tell. And for the price of 1 book I would have bought at like Barnes & Noble, I got stacks of books. And yeah, you know I'm a thrift queen, and when it comes to books, I never pay full price. Never, ever. So we're gonna start with my oldest son, Fox. He's not really a huge fiction lover, but I'm trying. I'm trying real hard. So in his Christmas Eve box, I did get him a fantasy book from a like series, but I also got him Aragon, which is the first in the 4-book series. I read this when I was a kid. I think I can get him into it. I might have to do it with him. Then I thought maybe we would shift genre completely because I found out that John Grisham, who's like the author of all like the courtroom dramas and like crime and stuff, has a children's book, Theodore Boone, Kid Lawyer. Okay, so maybe we like a thriller, a mystery made for kids. Maybe this will be the thing that gets him into fiction. I don't know. And just in case he really won't do fiction, I got him a 3rd book, which is a nonfiction book, which is what he would prefer. If this isn't my child in a nutshell, this book is called A Flag Worth Dying For, The Power and Politics of National Symbols. And that is, honest to God, what my 10-year-old would prefer to read about. For Desmond, my youngest son, we're just going on the total opposite spectrum of a nonfiction symbolism and flag books, and we're going fully into Dogman and Captain Underpants, because guys, you should just buy your kids what they're into, whether you like it or not. One kid loves flags, one kid loves Dogman, who cares? It's Christmas. So we got Dogman, For Whom the Ball Rolls. We got Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants, okay? And we also have Captain Underpants and Attack of the Talking Toilets. So I think that this little book situation is a really fun idea with the light and the pillow and the blanket and the books. I'm hoping we can just facilitate some great like snuggly winter nights full of, you know, reading and comfort and all that kind of stuff. Moving on, this is the only thing that my kids have that are different from each other. And that's because Desmond, my little guy, really wanted an RC car. So I picked one that was in the budget. I think it was like $30. So like not super expensive, but it's also because he's very hard on all of his toys. He's definitely not ready for something expensive. So I got that on Amazon. He asked for one. So fine, there you go. And because my oldest son, Fox, has no interest in this, we got him a Pokemon Mega Battle deck because he's a Pokemon kid and not just like collecting all the cards he plays. He, you know, puts decks together. He's in, you know, so I don't even know what this is, but my husband does because he also is a Pokemon nerd. So the two of them do their thing. And my husband picked this out and said it would be perfect. So what do I know? Guess it is. Oh, there's one more BFDI thing I forgot about. I'm sorry. There's one more. And it does not fit in with like a snuggly reading vibe, but I did get them BFDI t-shirts. I forgot. They each got one of these, which normally they would not be jazzed about clothes, but they will be jazzed about this. And I can pretty much promise you that this is what they're gonna wear on the first day back at school after winter break to show off their new BFDI bits. It's totally gonna be a thing. They're gonna really love these. Back to the other bits. Next, I got my kids Nerf guns. And let me tell you, my kids have never had a Nerf gun. We're kind of like a non-gun house, right? And I just have tried to hold off on it as long as I could. Like if they're over at friend's house and they play with them, like whatever, it's not a big deal. But in my house, I have got a lot of breakable things, okay? My kids are turds a lot. I don't want them breaking everything in my house. So up until now, I have not entered the Nerf gun territory. But I saw these and I thought, honestly, they're really great. I did get them at Ollie's, but I will try to find them elsewhere and link them for you because they are D&D, Dungeons and Dragons Nerf guns. And I like it a little more, firstly, because it's like a fantasy gun and not like a Glock, okay? And I find that, for my own personal feelings on guns, to be more palatable in my home. So I have that. And another thing I like is that each of them only came with 4 bullets. So they can't, I mean, you can get into a lot of trouble with 4, but if you lose one, you lose one, and that's that. You know what I mean? So I feel like they can't go on a spree. I didn't get them something that had like 100 bullets ready for them to just explode my home. So we'll see. Is this the worst idea I've ever had? Maybe. Guess we will find out. But they were so cute, and my husband is a D&D guy. My kids are definitely gonna grow up into being D&D people. So I thought that these were great, so I bought them. Next, I got my kids some water bottles. Why is it that kids are so into water bottles now? The capitalism really is popping off on the water bottles, you guys. Last year they needed Stanleys. They needed them, like, desperately. They got them. They loved them. Neither of them has lost it. They have been very obsessed with the Stanley, but now the new water bottle is the Owala. They haven't said like, please get me one for Christmas, but they're like, man, everyone has those Owala bottles now. It's not fair. And I was like, oh, Merry Christmas. They were like 25 bucks a piece, which honestly isn't that bad of a price point for a gift, right? My water bottle is like 20 years old and it's totally fine and I can just keep using it without a problem. But they really like this kind of stuff, so I got them each one. And this is like the kid one. Leak-proof, insulated, with a built-in straw. This is better for taking to school. The Stanleys are not easy to take to school because you have to like hold them. You can't just like slide them into the backpack. So I think these actually will be better. And I got orange for my oldest and this like turquoisey one for my youngest. And I haven't bought it yet, but to go along with these, I'm probably gonna get them each like a pack of Prime in some different like rainbow colors, just because they love Prime and I don't let them have it very often. So not the can, because the can is full of caffeine. It's an energy drink, just the bottle that's like coconut water with like electrolytes in it and stuff. So I'll probably get a few of those to put with these. I haven't gotten them yet, but that's probably what's gonna happen there. All right, you guys, that's all like the gifts that are gonna be under the tree for them to open. We have one more thing. And if you followed me, you know, usually each year we do one like big gift. Usually it's something tech related. You know, they got their Switch a few years ago. They got like their Oculuses 2 years ago. Last year we got the 3D printer. We usually do like one bigger thing for everybody. But there was really nothing on anybody's tech list that we really wanted, especially because I think right now we're a little oversaturated when it comes to tech, if you know what I mean. So we decided to pivot. And we did something a little different this year. We decided to go for an experience rather than an item. And I got tickets at the local Wharton Center, which is the closest place to us where like, you know, Broadway shows go. And it's at Michigan State University. And I got 4 tickets. We're gonna go see Cirque Calabante, which is like a Cirque du Soleil style show, but it's all based on African dance, African culture, African music, all of that. So it's gonna be really special and really cool. We love a theater moment, okay? Especially one of that sort of like professional magnitude. My kids have been to those types of professional productions before, and it is a hit. And so that was a little pricey for all of us to go, but it's like a gift for everybody. And I think those experiences, I really want to move towards doing that more often than just getting like a thing, because I think that's the things you really remember when you grow up. You don't really remember the stuff you get, you remember the feeling, if that makes sense. And I think a really nice day, because of course when we go to the Wharton, we get all dressed up, we go out to eat first, we do the whole thing, you know, and it feels really nice and it's special. So we're gonna do that, and I like it as well because it is in January, so they're not gonna have to like wait a long time to go use this. Like it's gonna happen pretty soon. So I thought that was great too. So that's gonna be the big thing, is we're gonna go see a really nice professional show. And all right, you guys, that's what we're getting our kids for Christmas. I think it's gonna be a fun day. It maybe isn't as overboard as I've gone in the past. I think just because those Wharton tickets aren't like an item, it's not going to look like as big and snazzy under the tree as like the year we brought out the 3D printer, because obviously that was like a huge deal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some ideas, or maybe you just were curious what I'm doing. Well, this is it. So I hope it satisfied your curiosity. Be sure to come back for more of this type of content, because I think we have like holiday content coming up the next few weeks. So stick around for that, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.